It took us a while, but here at Online Big Blue, we're not going to divulge it yet because this is a James Williams project. This is like Jefferson Starship or all those old bands. We have finally come up with a name for Jackson Dart. We have been thinking of a nickname for this kid since the day we drafted him. And I have to tell you this, and I cannot take full credit because James Williams came up with this nickname. But I think it's the epitome of the New York Giants. It's the epitome of the New York Giants. And Jackson Dart. Mr. Finesse wants to know, I wonder who's backing up Gano if he gets hurt today. No one, because we're running. We're just running full steam ahead because Zach in Texas breaking news. Giants are activating Graham Gano from the injury reserve list to kick on Sunday versus the Eagles. He'll be the only active place kicker. Gano missed the last 5 games with a groin injury. We don't need a kicker. Badges? We don't need no stinking badges. We don't need a kicker. Hell no. We are the most adept 2-5 team there is. We don't need a kicker. We're Dallas U Premium. We're just going to roll it, and we're just going to go for it on every 4th down. Groin injuries are probably one of the most difficult, outside of hamstrings. The groin injury is probably one of the most difficult injuries to really take a look at and break down and really get a feel of what exactly what's going to happen. You never know. Brian Burns continues to miss practice. Well, I've been away from it a little bit. Why is Brian Burns missing practice? Let's see here. The Giants took the field on Thursday. We're second of 3 practices from Front Lake beforehand. Spoke briefly. The JMS and several other players. JMS is in concussion protocol. No one would have known. Brian Dable has the hip injury. Paulson Debo has the knee injury. Holland has the knee injury. Neck injury for Chauncey Golston. And DJ Davidson has the ankle injury. Limited practice, but looks like they're going to play. Is going to be Darius Slayton, Daniel Bellinger, Shane Schwartz, Bozeman's going to play. Ellie Moore Fudd is also going to play, and Dimitri Flanagan Flowers with the hamstring. Full participant was Jackson Dart with the ankle. Graham Gano. How is JMS a full participant? This is why I love the Giants. He's in concussion protocol, but he's a full participant in practice, but non-contact. So riding the bicycle is what the Giants is what they consider that. All righty, we're just gonna leave it at that. We got the injury report for the Philadelphia Eagles. Of course, AJ Brown and 5 others were ruled out already for Sunday's game. AJ Brown to me is going to be the biggest issue for the Philadelphia Eagles. And same with like I said, same with Cam Jurgensen or Jurgens. I don't want to call him Jurgens because I'm thinking Sonny Jurgensen. So out is going to be AJ Brown, Cam Jurgens, Adoree Jackson. That's Adoree, Azeez Ojulari, and Brandon Graham, non-injury related. I don't know. I went on the mighty FanDuel. Oh, why do we love FanDuel? Well, I'll tell you why we love FanDuel, because this show is brought to you by FanDuel, the #1 sports book in America. New customers get $300 in bonus bets for their first $5 if they win in the NFL. The mighty FanDuel. Let's go to this easy to navigate website. We'll just go to my sports book, because I have my own sports book. I already joined the popular sports book. So let's go to the NFL. Let's go to the New York Football Giants at the Philadelphia Eagles. And the Giants are 7.5-point dogs again. This is becoming a theme. It seems like every week the Giants are 7 points, 7.5 points, 8 points, 6.5 points, underdogs. And the last couple of times we let the league, basically eat a big shit sandwich by not only covering those points, but winning some of those games. The greatest 2-win team I've ever seen in the history of the NFL. If you're a Giant fan. Is it February yet? Just throwing that out there. But I think 7.5 points is a home dog, even with the AJ Brown injury. I think that's pretty much right on the money. I'm going to go to my bets on the mighty FanDuel because I did win. I also have just found out in the FanDuel that I like. It's Power Hour, 30% boost, profit boost. Live bets from 3 to 5 p.m. Check back at 3 p.m. to claim your Powerhouse profit boost. Get 2 30% profit boost tokens to use on NFL games and action between 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. today. I love the bonus hour. To me, it would be bonus hours because it's, you 3 hours, 2 hours. But hey, what do I know? I don't know math. But like I said, the mighty FanDuel, proud to bring you the online Big Blue New York Giants Straight Talk. Giants right now at 7.5-point dogs. Make sure you go to FanDuel, the number one sportsbook in all the land. OG Knockouts said, what's good, Tim? Knicks are 2-0, baby. I'm a little worried about heading out to Miami today. I'm not personally out to Miami, but I am a little worried about Miami. Miami looked good recently. Oh, LeVar says Casanova. Yo, Tim, I'm here. Let's talk. Always hit that like button, says OG Knockout people. Mr. Vanessa says, salute to Tim. We already got to that question. The Eagles secondary can't stop Wan'Dale Robinson. Oh, we also got Ray Ray. We got Ray Ray. Ray McLeod was released for unknown reasons in Atlanta, probably disciplinary reasons, but he was released for unknown reasons. So Atlanta Falcons gave up on Ray Ray. Ray Ray had 600 receiving yards last year, was this biggest season that he had ever had in the NFL. I don't know. Stupidity, rinse and repeat. Yeah, it is. Trent says the Eagles will put belt to blue ass today. Really, Trenton? Should we bet on that, Trenton? Should we bet on that they're going to do that? Mm-hmm. How's the daughter? How's everything going with her? Let's see. Davey, what's up, Davey? Tim, can you kick? No, I can't kick. What is up with this fucking mouse? I got to get a new mouse. Tim, can you kick? Maybe we can use you versus the Eagles. I'm actually going to try to head out to the Eagle game this afternoon. I'm going to wrap up the stream probably about 11:45 and try to get there. I'm not going to get there. I'm probably not going to get there before kickoff, depending on traffic, but I'm going to try to run. A friend of mine has tickets, so we're going to try to run out at least for the at least go watch a couple quarters. I do that sometimes if I get bored. I feel like I just go out and watch a game for a couple quarters. Dart needs to stay out of the blue tent. Yeah, Dart always has this ability to go into the blue tent every single game. We have a new nickname for Jackson Dart. And you know what the best thing is? I did not come up with this nickname, but we have a new nickname for Jackson Dart. I'm not going to tell you what it is just yet. Good morning, 90s Nostalgia. Good morning, Tim. What's going on, 90s Nostalgia? Who is Chauncey Golston? I think Joe. And I'm not 100% sure, but I think he's one of the nephews of one of the trainers, because he always seems to be in the training room. Action Jackson Dart. No. We are not going to do a disservice to Carl Weathers, who is the original and the only, outside of Mark Action Jackson for the Knicks, the only James Jericho Jackson. We do not disservice Jericho Jackson. Never. I know you killed Tony. Come on, chicken shit. Be a man. One of the greatest movies in the 80s and the 90s ever. Action Jackson. Hey, your kid Sable. Let's see. What's MJC? What's up? Good morning, Tim. Good morning, BB family. Jalen Carter's worst nightmare. JMS is back. Yeah, that's just. I think Jalen Carter right now is like, oh dear Lord, I have to play against JMS. I think I'm going to call out sick today. Skyline says, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Scott. Don Palmer just dropping in to say hi whilst watching the Arsenal on television. I've been watching soccer. This is how bad it was. And right now they're playing Crystal Palace in the Premier League. This is how bad it is, and they're up. They have 6 wins and 2. They have 6 wins and 2 losses and 1 tie, 2 defeats. They call them defeats. But I've been literally watching the Arsenal. That's how bad the shit has been. Thank God the Knicks started back up again, because I was thinking I was becoming a soccer fan. Ugh. Soccer is great though. I do like soccer because you can run and go get a beer and then go to the bathroom, run down the store, get some snacks, take the dogs out, come back, and nothing changed. That's why soccer is so great. Let's see here. Do we name Adebo and Holland the new Ghost Brothers? No, they're not the Ghost Brothers because we see them. That's the problem. Let's see here. BG Fresh out of retirement home, baby. Brandon Graham. I know. I love that when Brandon Graham came back. Jay Fez. Let's see. Hair is looking wild today, Tim. I'm feeling rowdy. Let's see the W. Let's get some wind. Yeah, my hair's a little out of control today. I got up late. I got up really late, so I wasn't really working on. Hey, hello, Tim. Hey, T-Brad, what's up? T-Brad, checking in from the Dominican Republic. I'm a dedicated fan. T coming in all the way from the Dominican Republic. Cordell Flott is our best corner at this moment. We did a video breaking down the corners last week, and Cordell Flott technically, statistically, is the best corner we have right now. Yeah. Let that sink in to your membrane a second. That Cordell Flott is literally the best wide receiver. Best corner we have right now. We all know who is the injury reserve and Ruled McLovin. I'm gonna do a show. We're bringing New York Giants generations back.
I am McLovin.
So we're gonna do an episode, I think today, and then we're gonna do 2 episodes a week on the podcast because actually the podcast did really well. We stopped because Ryan had to go to school. Ooh, look at me! I'm Ryan. I go to school, college boy. He's not a college boy; he's in high school. So we're actually gonna start that back up again for the rest of the season. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. So make sure you tune back in for New York Giants Generations. I'm happy with the progress Flott has made. Big improvement. Yeah, I mean, like I said, Flott, if we break it down, is the best corner the Giants have. That's not saying a lot, but he is the best corner we have. I'm looking at the Arsenal. I'm watching. I have the Arsenal game up as well. I'm gonna have to get my Arsenal kit. So when I'm on the pitch, yeah, I watched soccer. You know, there's a dearth between the Giants being good, basketball not started yet, the Mets out of it, and then watching soccer. Oh, Lord help me. James Stein, what's up, big brother? How you doing today, my friend? Oh, we got a new member, Mr. McCormick. It's not a new member. Welcome back. Welcome back. Mr. McCormick, we missed you. Where you been? Fly, Eagles, fly. Right into those big fans that are outside that are generating power. Sorry. That was me. That was mean. Not. Let's see here. Hair's looking wild. Hello, T-Bag. Got from Dominican Republic. We got McLovin. Let's see. I'm happy with the progress Flott has made. We got that. We got James Stein. We are not going to make any trades for wide receivers. I truly wish that the New York Giants, the content creators, the beat writers, and everyone else would just stop with the fucking nonsense about we're trading for this big time wide receiver. You have about $4.5 million in cap space right now. And this is before the game. So that means after the game, that number is going to go down because you made moves off the practice squad. You brought back Graham. Blah, 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 blah. So you got about $4.5 million. Probably got about 3.5, you got about 3.5 million with the Graham Gano move, depending on how soon Graham Gano gets injured. And then so you're going to have to trade assets. And you don't have a third rounder this year. So anyone that's going to be of any salt in reference to wide receivers probably going to have a nice tag to them or a nice salary to them, or is going to be a rental. I keep hearing Romeo Dobbs, but Romeo Dobbs is coming off. It's his last year of his rookie deal, and he was a second-round pick, so he has a 4-year deal. So you're going to have to fall into the rental mode at this point in time unless you plan on making an investment in these wide receivers or in this wide receiver that you bring in. So, and next year's draft is going to be pretty good with wide receivers. And right now the Giants sit about $30 million in cap space. And we've already started accumulating dead cap space by making some moves and doing some other things. So I can't see the Giants bringing in any type of wide receiver before the trade deadline. If anything, they should be sellers, because I am perplexed and befuddled how people are telling me that Kayvon Thibodeau is having this all-world season, having the best, I keep hearing he's having the best season of his 4-year career. He's got 11 tackles and 2.5 sacks in 7 games. 11 tackles and 2.5 sacks. Only six of those tackles are solo. Now, I'm not the smartest bulb in the bunch because math is math, and I'm not Sumerians, and I didn't invent math. But that to me comes out to being like, if you count the assists, you count the solos. So you'll probably have like 35. If he keeps going like this, he'll have 35 tackles and 35 tackles and 6 sacks. And somehow he is playing better than he's ever played before. If that's the case, trade him now, because I don't know how he was better than his 50 tackles and 11.5 sacks when he played in all 17 games. And even then, only 26 were solo and 24 were assists. So that means he wasn't leading the point of attack. So I don't know. I don't get it. Good morning, James, or Dory Jackson. OG Knockout says, Action Jackson is truth, Tim. Is truth, I think, Tim. I hope the Giants don't mess him up like they did Saquon Barkley. Can we be honest about Jackson Dart for a minute? Can we be honest? It's a great story. It's a Tommy DeVito-esque story. I'm not saying he's Tommy DeVito, but it's a Tommy DeVito-esque story. And I always loved the line in Cinderella Man when they're sitting there at the bar and they're just kind of sitting, and Max the Bear is there, and Max the Bear tells J.G. Braddock, people die in fairy tales. Sometimes the fairy tale comes to an end, and it comes to an end quickly. And I watch Jackson Dart play, and I see this guy that is really not running an offensive system. All he's doing is scrambling. He is 2 for 14 for passes that travel 20 yards in the air. And I love, because people are like, well, we got to start throwing the ball deep more. He's 2 for 14. I remember when Daniel Jones was 5th in the league with the deep ball passing, but at least he was 7 for 14, even though the next person with the most amount of attempts had 45. But he's 2 for 14. Think about that. He's 2 for 14. That does not count the drop by Darius Slayton. That counts the underthrow to Malik Neighbors that wrecked his knee. That counts the overthrow that missed Jalen Hyatt. That's the bad pass off the flea flicker. There's things to like about Jackson Dart, but there's also things to be readily concerned about. Everyone talks about the Bronco game, but he barely completed 45% of his passes. So there's a cautionary tale here that you need to, at some point in time in your NFL career, and it probably is not going to be this season, that you actually have to start playing like an NFL quarterback. Running around and ending up in the tent every game is not going to get it there. And you're sitting there and you're hoping that he does not run into a buzzsaw against the Eagles defensive line. But there's a cautionary tale here that I keep telling James Williams, I keep trying to really love Jack Start. I keep trying, but I keep seeing stuff. And when I pointed out during the combine that he throws his deep pass, he looks like he's throwing a javelin. That has not changed. And I kept telling people I was not literally impressed with his deep ball when there was nobody around him at the combine at all, because it was so sporadic. And in my mind right now, unless he changes over the next couple of games, which he could, he is a scrambling Chad Pennington. Very effective on the short pass. I think the average ball that he throws travels in the air like 3.5 yards. Think about that. That was Daniel Jones to a T. Daniel Jones was known for throwing the ball 3.5 yards past the line of scrimmage, and Jackson Dart's right there. Your ability to scramble buys you time, but also leaves you vulnerable, especially when you're not looking downfield. And then when you do look downfield and you're scrambling, you're also taking your eyes off the rush. I think that, like I said, there is a game coming There is a game coming. It could be today. It could be in a week. There is a game coming with Jackson Dart where the wheels are going to fall completely off the bus because a team is going to figure out you don't need to spy on him because he's not a running quarterback. There is a difference between a running quarterback and a scrambling quarterback. So you don't have to spy on him. You just need to keep him in the pocket. Like Daniel Jones, I said this a million times before, and people were like, well, even Tom Brady was that way. To unnerve Daniel Jones, all you needed to do, especially with the Giants, is put the rush directly in front of him. Have him see it. Because he can't see the side. He could never see the sides of the rush. You couldn't see the rush coming on the other sides, but put it right in front of him. That would rattle Daniel Jones. Jackson Dart, I have this feeling you close the pocket, you keep him in the pocket, and you make him be an NFL quarterback. There's going to be some issues until he figures things out. Everything's good. Dom can kick. Is there a coverage linebacker we can go get? No, we don't have money. You don't want to waste what you have left in your draft capital box. If anything, you want to augment that. We can't if we lose today and we don't make some moves, we're stupid. What's up? Everyone says Big Dom. When someone asks you, can you kick? The correct response is yes, you can. McLovin on the injured reserve? No, he's not in the injured reserve. He just had school. That's all. Hottest. Mr. Finesse, the Comet. Hotter. Or hottest. You sounded like Jerry Adams them, otherwise no familiarity with never. Davey says, I gotta do a little OPP. Jackson Dart's nick. No. James Williams came up with the greatest nickname for Jackson Dart. I have to give James all the fucking credit in the world. We were talking, James Williams and I, and we were laughing because he's like, we have to come up with a nickname for Jackson Dart. I said, all right. And then he came up with it and I was dying. I got to tell you a real quick story real fast though. My son and I like watching horror movies and stuff at night, especially with Halloween coming up. So there's a movie with Jeremy Pivens from PCU, of course, and Entourage. And I love it because this movie is called Primitive War. It's a history piece. It's about the Vietnam War and dinosaurs. How dinosaurs are in the Vietnam War. Now, this is a terrible guy. This is a terrible movie. This is above Asylum films, but well below Jurassic Park. But they have these dinosaurs, and you could tell at one point in time they spent money on the CGI for the dinosaur, especially early on. And you were like, oh, this is great to watch. And then you get into the movie, and it's like they ran out of money. It's like, oh, we're out of money. So you have this. Hold on, wait. So wait, hold on a second here. Okay, hold on. This real quick. I'm gonna do this real quick. Hold on. Okay, so you have this. You have these dinosaurs, and you're like, wow, they look great. Then you get to like quarter into the movie, you're like, whoa, what happened to the dinosaurs? Because it was almost like just below, Jurassic Park. And then all of a sudden it goes below silent film. She's like, wow. And then all of a sudden it's like someone went, hey, guys, here come, rah. That's literally what it was like. And the sound effect was the same. Literally, it was the same sound effect. It's like, oh no, the dinosaurs are coming. Rah. But it was funny as shit. Jeremy Pivens was in it for like 8 minutes. Yes, I hurt my voice making dinosaur noises. Make sure you hit the like button, everyone. Tim, it's Matthew. What's up, Matthew? Oh, okay. This chat is laid out as front. I know. I apologize. I don't know. But thank you. LeVar says, I feel like Dirt, the blonde bomber, was kind of nice. No. All right, listen. I was waiting for James, but James had the best nickname for Jackson Dart, and I'm laughing because like
King of the almost sack.
This comes from a place of love. you up, it goes. You know, Jackson Dart reminds me of with the diamond puka shells and the hair and tall athlete and everything else, and everyone kind of loves him, but we don't know exactly if he could play yet. He goes, he's Jackie Moon. I was like, holy shit. Jackson Dart is Jackie Moon. I was dying laughing for like an hour singing Love Me Sexy. Cause I'm like, holy shit, he's right. He's got the blonde hair. He's got the puka shell necklace. He's tall. He's this athlete that everyone loves, even though we're not 100% sure exactly how good he is yet. But everyone just fawns over him because Jackson Dart, new nickname, is Jackson Jackie Moon Dart. That's the new name, Jackson Jackie Moon Dart. Or we could just call him Jackie Moon Dart. Or we'll just call him Jackie. Or we'll just call him Love Me Sexy. 2 big thumbs up for James on that one. Since you're watching soccer, Tim, can you name a player who we can hire as a kicker? Yeah, that guy from the other what you call it? that guy from Europe. That's really good. Right now in the 26th minute, the Arsenal it's tied 0-0 versus Crystal Palace, which is shocking that it's a 0-0 tie because it is soccer. Let's see here. Premier League. I'm a Liverpool fan. They are turning into the Dream Team Eagles. You are not getting mixed up with baseball. Which to be fair, I actually do like the Blonde Bomber. That's a good name. No. What's up, Slider? What's up, Slider? Has the ball. Hit the like button, everyone. Rotisserie Eagles on the menu, anyone? See, this is the problem. The Eagles' biggest issue, in my mind, is the fact that they don't know what the fuck they are. They don't know. They are such a mess offensively. They have no idea what they are. They don't know what their identity. This is a team that is 5-2 that could easily be 0-7. But they're because let's see, we got Eagle News. They're not making a trade, and they're not trading AJ Brown. But they could literally be 0-7. This team. I mean, honestly, they could. Their offensive identity is so mired with this new offensive coordinator that they are begging Kellen Moore to come back. They're like, listen, we understand you're the head coach of the Saints, but that's not like a real team. So if you could come back, we would greatly appreciate that. If you could just come back, we won't say anything, but if you came back, it'd be okay. Are they a running team? They go out and get A.J. Dillon. They don't use them. They still have Will Shipley. They still have Saquon Barkley. I mean, are they a passing team? Devontae Smith actually has 38 receptions for 504 yards and a couple touchdowns. Dallas Goedert's on the team. Saquon Barkley couldn't catch the ball. You got Dotson. They got Dotson. It's Dotson. But what are they? Are they a team that has this understanding of, controlling the clock? Their defense is not as good as it was last year. Their secondary is missing a CB2. This team coming off a Super Bowl win, and I still think 9 wins takes this division, especially if the Eagles lose today. It's just a myriad and a mixture of talent that they had gelled together, but they had more adhesive glue last year. They had more Gorilla Glue last year because I love Gorilla Glue. People laugh. They say, no, you don't. I said, shit, yeah, man. I Gorilla Glue here, everything in our house. I even have these are the mounting putty from Gorilla Glue. I love Gorilla Glue. But they don't have a succinct identity. And that's what I think that's their biggest issue and their biggest downfall. The first 4 games of the year, they are a running team. They're not running the ball well, but they are running the team. They're controlling the clock. They're putting Jalen Hurts in a position to not have to play hero ball. Their defense was playing solid, but not great, but solid enough. But then after 4 games going 4-0, the offensive coordinator decides, hey, you know what? We're a passing team. So then they go 0-2. So what happens? They come back they come back the following week and go, you know what? We're not matriculating the ball well down the field. We're not running the ball well down the field, but we're a running team again, and they win. So let's hope this Jekyll Hyde identity issue for the Eagles stays, because I really do think that it's to the benefit of the division and a detriment to the team. Trent says, fly, Eagles, fly, road to victory, score a touchdown or 2, hit 3 of them, low, high, and then watch our Eagles fly. Chat Sports breaking news, Giants signed wide right Scott Norwood. Yeah, knowing them, they would be like that. I had to change my payment method. No, that's okay. That shit happens. That stuff happens, Mr. McCormick. It's all good. We're all good. I was just joking. I was just busting your chops. What are you guys going to do when I'm not around and you have to deal with Chat Sports? You got to deal with Chode Sports. Oh, God, I feel so bad for you. But like I said, it's not going to be a total loss, because I'm going to try to do like a weekly show with Ryan from Ryan's Big Blue Podcast on our New York Giants Generations pod, which actually did really well until we stopped doing it. So I'm going to I'm gonna do a little bit of that. So I might be around once a week, once every month. Who knows? Nobody gives 2 shuts about Chode Sports. That's true. Regardless of what happens today, the Giants should still be considered sellers at the trade deadline. If you look at the Giants, here's my thing. I've already said this. If the Giants were a 2-win team, I would fire Brian Daboll. They're not going to fire Brian Daboll. They're not. This nightmare is going to go through the entire rest of the season unless something implodes, and I love it because it just you could be 2-6 going into the Niners home game, and Brian Daboll's job will still be safe till next year. And then you got the Bears on the road. You got the Packers at home. I will be at the 49ers game. I will be at the the Packers. Of course, I'm going to be at the Packers game. Malik's going to be there. I'm going to beat the Packers game. So you would then have the Bears on the road. When the Bears defense is coming around, and that offense with what's his name, Swift, is not terrible. The Packers are probably going to annihilate us. Then we go to Detroit. That's a loss. The Patriot game is the Patriots are playing lights out. That is no longer a gimme game. I think that you could maybe give the Giants a win against the Commanders, depending on what Jaden Daniels is. The Vikings are such a screwed up team right now with Carson Wentz. You could see a win there. I think you could see a win against the Raiders. And then, well, I don't know. We'll have to see. The Raiders are another Jekyll and Hyde team. Especially if Geno Smith ever figures it out. So I'm looking at probably, if you had 2 wins, I'm looking at, let's see here. I'm looking at 2 wins. I'm looking at 3, 4. Yeah, I'm looking at 5 wins again. I've been saying since the beginning of the season this is a 5-win team, and that my mind does not change. Trent says Kayvon is a bump, but Kayvon, he's having the best season ever. He's got 2.5 sacks and 11 tackles in 7 games. We haven't seen those numbers since the mighty Jason Taylor out of Miami. We haven't seen those numbers since the 20-plus sack season by Strahan. On this pace, do you understand? He could have 35 tackles and 5 sacks. That is worth $86 million. We have gone fucking insane. I love it now with the re-advent of Cordell Flott, who's playing. I gotta give Cordell Flott Cordell Flott is the best corner we have right now. You have to give him that. But I love the now the reinvention of how well Joe Shane has done with all of his draft classes because of Cordell Flott and how well now that first 2002 class is looking. Let's see. Darren Beavers is gone. McKeithen is gone. DJ Davidson's probably going to be gone next year. McFadden's still here injured. Dane Belton should be gone. Daniel Bellinger should be gone. Cordell Flott is like I said, is the best out of the class. Jonathan Zuda should be gone. Wandale Robinson, if you were smart, you would let him go, but we're stupid. We'll re-sign him. Evan Neal will be gone, and Kayvon Thibodeau should be gone. You should literally have 1, 2, 3 guys out of those 12 picks. But don't worry, the next class with Owens, Riley, Hawkins, Gray, Hyatt, Schmitz, and Banks. Ooh, that's a winner. And right now, the Giant, I'm not even going to get into that. Why don't you know what time it is? It's time for Jackie Dartmouth. Love your brother. Now you got that stuck in my head. Trade him. I would trade him. Let's see. A sublight says the entire coaching staff should be fired before the Denver game. Talk about letting your foot off the gas. Stable, the master of turning into the epic losses. Here's the problem. That was such a weird game. The Giant, it was 13-0 or 16-0 going into the fourth. That was such a weird fucking game. Giants have played a lot of weird games this year. But to give up 33 after the monumental collapse versus Dallas, to give up 33 fourth quarter points, 33 fourth quarter points. That how is that humanly possible? How do you have the team? And literally, they did not score until like 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. How is that humanly possible? Hold on, someone's texting me. How is that humanly possible? I don't know. But I will give the Giants credit, though. I will give the Giants credit. They did not set a record by most points given up in the fourth quarter. That record is held by the Detroit Lions, who gave up 34 fourth quarter points to Chicago's Bears back in 2007. So the ineptitude of the Giants, while history-making, was not history-breaking. Ooh, that was good. Strider says Jackson still scary, gets hurt every week. I know. To protect says Kayvon is terrible other than Burns. This whole defense has been bad. You look at statistically what Dexter Lawrence is doing. And you have to go to the advanced stats. I love advanced stats. His pass win ratio now, his pass rush win ratio is god awful. He has not been good. I mean, like really good in a couple years now. And people talk about the injury last year, but outside the sacks, he wasn't that good last year either. And I keep telling people, if you lose today, trade him. Try to move on. Oh, we got an Arsenal update, which is going to be shocking to you with the 37th minute. It's the Arsenal 0, Crystal Palace 0. Dom, you don't even need to watch. I'm going to do soccer. I'm going to do soccer for you. But if you lose today, trade Dexter Lawrence. What's the worth of that? His contract, he's in his 4-year, $90 million extension. So you're gonna have a little cap ramifications. You're going to see in 2026 something like a $26 million dead cap hit. I think you have $23 million dead cap hit in what is it? Yeah, it's he's got a $26 million dead cap hit and a $26 million dead cap hit the following year. So you're going to have to eat some money. That's going to be in 26 and 27. But honestly, he's going to be on the wrong side of 30 and 27. Now there's a potential out, of course, after 26. Yeah, it's called trading his ass. But you have a guy making $36 million a year who just isn't producing what he used to. He's not what he used to be. First we had to hear he's playing himself back into shape. This is a guy that has 7. I don't even know. He's got, I don't even know. I really don't. I'm looking at his stats, and it's just like you want. In 7 games, let's go here. In 7 games, Dexter Lawrence has, and people are going to talk about, we did to him, he had the big interception, but he only plays, and this is the other thing that bugs me a lot about Dexter Lawrence, especially over the last couple of years. He only plays like 67% of the snaps. It's not like this guy is Aaron Donald, who was out there all the time. But this is a guy right now that if you take a look at the way he's playing, he's got 7 solo tackles and no sacks. So and he's only got 3 quarterback pressures. You would assume at one point in time he's got 7 solo, 10 assists, which means he's not leading the point of attack. He's got 1 tackle for loss and 3 quarterback hits. Like Abdul Carter, you would think he would fall into the quarterback at least once. Statistically, you would think he would fall into the quarterback. Make sure you hit the like button. James, I made the announcement. And I want to, who gave out the gift memberships? Hold on here. Oh, Big Don giving out the gift memberships. James, I had to do it, man. I did it, James. I announced it. Jackson Dart's new nickname is Jackson Moon Dart. Jackson Moon Dart.
Come on, girl. Yeah.
Come on, everyone. Let's get into the Jackson Moon Dart.
Oh, give me that look. That's right.
Oh, you gotta love being me. I always laugh because people are like, you're so mean and this and that. And yeah, I reached in my pocket. I found 0 fucks. Let's see here. Hold on, let me double check. Nope, no fucks in there. Let's see. I remember the game when we played against 49ers in 2023. Daniel Jones tried to run the 49ers linebacker, hit him, and he was rattled. He was. You're right. So what's the nickname? We already told you, Dave. It is now Jackson Moon Dart. That's it. Jackson Moon Dart. He's got the hair.
Come on, girl.
He's got the puka shells.
It's me.
He's tall. He's athletic.
Give me that look.
And nobody knows how good he is. But everyone loves him.
I'm talking rainforest sweat.
Let's see here. Damn, I'm going to make Rachel watch that movie until you said that. James has hit that like button. What's up, brother James? Jackson Fart is a good nickname. Now, let's go. Go on, FanDuel. Take the Eagles minus the points. No, I'm not. I wasn't going to give you my mighty FanDuel prediction till now, but I'm taking I'm not going to lie. There may have been, I may be picking the Giant game with the points. I'm on a winning streak right now. And I have been the last couple of weeks. I am taking the Giants plus the 7.5. I'm taking the Giants in the points. I already did. I already want to. Oh, go. Hold on. Goal! Oh, the Arsenal scores a goal in the 43rd minute to take a 1-0 lead over Crystal Palace. Oh, we got ourselves a goal. We got ourselves a goal from the Arsenal. I couldn't see who did it because I don't remember. I don't know all the players' names. Let's see who scored the goal. Probably someone with a very long name that it's not easy to pronounce. But you'd be like, Bob. Who scored the goal? I couldn't see. I couldn't see who scored the goal. Let's see who scored the goal. Hold on. I didn't see who scored. I was busy. I just got an alert. Hold on. I got to text Dom. Oh, man, this is this is hard. I'm like I said, I'm gonna have to start a soccer channel. Let's see here. I'm gonna have to start a soccer channel now. Here, a goal. I gotta write goal. Go. How do you write goal? There we go. But of course, right now, if you don't know, Crystal Palace, the Arsenal just took a 1-0 lead over Crystal Palace. We have Funky Town also in the Big Don. James, Get Helldiver 2, you Vanilla Vic fan low. Let's see here. Jang Dart has Jackie Moon swag. That's it. He's Jackie Moon. I mean, literally. James, come on the chat here. You are the I love the nickname. You are the inventor of Jackson Moon Dart. Whoops, what the fuck happened there? Holy shit. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm right now and love me sexy. Here you go, James. I'll put the link in the chat so you can come in and talk about how you decided this was the name. William says, every dark game we jumped to a 2-score lead. It seems like Bowen switches to a less aggressive approach. Here's the problem, William. Yes, there is a large issue with the likes of Shane Bowen. Yes, 1,000%. But it seems as if as soon as the Giants run off the script, that they usually script your first 10 to 15 plays in the NFL, especially with a rookie quarterback. So you run those plays, no matter what situation, no matter what scenario, you run those 10, 15 plays. And sometimes it's longer. It seems that when we run off the script, then all of a sudden we can't figure out how to score. People watch that game like that, and you would think that the Giants were putting up all these points throughout the entire game, that 32-point game. You would sit there and think that. But that's not the case. You had 19 points going into the fourth. This was not the case. That we scored 13 points in the first half. It was just that our defense and the Denver Broncos shot themselves in the foot a million times. And I kept warning people, while Jackson Dart is a scrambling quarterback, Bo Nix is a running quarterback, and late in the game, there could be some issues. Oh, we got to bring in Trenton. Come right now and love me sexy.
Go Birds.
Okay, Trenton was a lot of fun. Okay, let's go to the next caller. What's up, brother?
What's up, man? Eagles by 50 today. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Final score prediction, because I got to get going. I got to get to church. I'd say it's going to be 27-17 Eagles.
27-17.
And it's going to be a close game to the fourth quarter. And then we're going to that deep ball that we missed with Devontae the last time we played, we're going to hit that one today.
But what about the loss of AJ Brown?
Listen, I am a big AJ guy, but this year the production has not matched the attitude.
Okay.
Frankly, I mean, he is getting open on a majority of his targets, but he hasn't been good at the catch point. He's getting a lot of broken balls. So really, I'm glad that Smitty's going to get another chance to shine. He had a career day last week with a touchdown, 183 yards. So I'm not exactly expecting that performance. I'd say somewhere around the 120 to 130 range he might hit. Dodson, if Dodson can pick up a good 50 yards and Goddard can get up around the 70 range, I think we'll have enough in the passing game to pull it off.
Have you seen our secondary?
Yeah, I'm only you've lost it. You're down Debo and Holland, right?
Only 120. Even
okay,
with
maybe more. 135.
Even only 135. Even if they played, I was thinking 170.
Okay. Well, I got to get going, brother.
All right,
I'm hoping for a nice competitive game and good stream as always. I'm heading out. See you, bud.
All right, man. Tell God I said hello. All right, here we go again. My wife's at church too. Let's see. I like Jackson Dart, but the Giants would have been better off with Baker Mayfield, but they didn't get him 3 years ago. Shaking my head. Yeah, but you didn't know 3 years ago that that he was going to be what he was going to be. Baker Mayfield. He was on the down. People thought he was on the down slope of his career. I don't know. And I think you kind of know that on a bad team, the Baker Mayfield act or the antics does not play well. So yeah, I can't, there's a lot of things I can fault the Giants for, but I can't fault the Giants for that. I'm drinking 24 Coors Lights today in honor of Dane Belton. So drinking 24 Coors Lights. Let me get my calculator out here. Let me get calculator out. 24 Coors Lights times 3 divided by 6 means you're drinking 2 beers. Let's see here. We already got to that guy. Well, let's see here. We got the Big Blue memberships. The Giants are incompetent at even giving up points. Yeah, they are incompetent at giving up points. That's right. James Wayne said, Tim, how on earth was Bowen not fired after that game? He still gets his money, so his kids still have a good Christmas. I kept telling everyone, James, I told you too, they're not firing him. I mean, if there's an implosion this week, because what's your alternative? You're going to promote Andre Patterson, who's never been a coordinator? You're gonna promote like Jeff Burris, the corner coach, who's terrible. Your thought. I mean, if you're gonna stay in house internally, my only solution would have been promote Brian Cox, and not because of the fact that he's ever been a coordinator before, because he hasn't, but he's a fiery guy. He is a guy that can rally the troops, and for a short period of time, it might work. But there's really no internal alternative to Shane Bowen unless you're going to go out of the building, and you're not going to go out of the building because Lord knows what this coaching staff's even going to look like next week. James says, hit that like button. How many likes do we have? We had 9 likes. That can't be right. That can't be right. Maybe it is right. All right, 29 likes. All right, that's 29 likes is almost like 9. So hit the like button. Archie Manning got balls. What a hit he took in soccer. You don't say 0, you say nil. No, I got that. I said that, Davey. Oh, dear Lord. Oh, dear Lord. Prepare yourself. Prepare yourself, because you know what it is.
I'm talking rainforest sweating.
Uh-oh. Here we go. We got it all coming out today. We got T-Brad. We got the T-Brad coming from the Dominican Republic.
Oh, yes. Presidente.
El Presidente. Welcome. The Avenue. Yeah. Welcome. Even though that's not Spanish. James. The inventor.
Good nickname, James.
Perfect.
It is, right? I think it is.
When he called me and told me he goes, who does that remind you of? He goes, it reminds me of Jackie Moon. He goes, the hair, the height, the puka shells, the fact that everyone loves him, hasn't really done anything, but everyone loves him. He's Jackie Moon.
He's inspiring.
He's got the, Carl Banks said it on the show. He's got I think it's called aura.
Oh God. Not the Jackie Moon aura. Look at that pool.
I know, man. We'll go back to the pool. There
Show the pool.
Yes.
There you go. All right. The tea.
I'll give you a little bit.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's what you got to like to see.
Yeah, got a day and a half of vacation left.
Nice.
Evidently, there's no internet where you're at.
Oh, there's internet. I just walk away from the router.
Oh, okay. So, T-Brad, what is your score prediction for the Giants versus the vaunted Philadelphia Eagles? Tell me something good.
28-9.
But whom?
Eagles. 28-9 Eagles. I told you the Giants are only winning 3 games. I'm surprised they had 2.
I'm still saying 5. Because I think there's 3 winnable games on the schedule. For those that care, the Arsenal are now winning 1-0 against Crystal Palace at halftime. The goal was scored by out of so yeah, that's where that goal was scored out of.
That goal scored by?
That's where goal scored out of Manchester.
Samir, not gonna work here anymore.
I was gonna say not gonna work here anymore. But yes, this is what the Giants have reduced me to. Watching European football.
Whereas some say real football.
I don't say that. I try to watch it. I don't get it.
You people say that are outside of 50 states.
For 45 minutes, I could go out, not turn it on, come back home at halftime, and still be like, I didn't miss anything.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we are a microwave society. We like instant gratification. That's why we love Jackson Moondart. That's why we love him.
If we like instant gratification, why do we like Kayvon so much here? That's a slow burn.
Okay, I have 2 astute Giant fans here. I keep reading that Kayvon Thibodeau is having the best season that he's had in years, even though he's got 2.5 sacks and 11 tackles, only 6 solo. But he's having the best season that he's had in years. In the 4 years he's been here with the Giants, I guess that 45 tackle, 11.5 sack season didn't count. So, and I watched him play, and I still watch teams run up 130, 140 yards of rushing yards against this team, and a lot of it's off tackle, and they want to give him $86 million. What the fuck am I missing?
I honestly was done with Kayvon Thibodeau the moment I seen a quarterback block him successfully. Think of all the defensive linemen we had, and think of any quarterback of any time that would have blocked any of them one-on-one successfully. And this isn't like a chip block.
T-Brad, that is an old wives' tale. That is like a mystical legend. That never happened, and there's no proof or ever evidence that he was blocked by a quarterback that's 4'11". I'm just throwing that out. Never happened.
That's an amazing shot.
No, thank
like
you.
My grandfather and my dad used to take a lot of pictures, real pictures with real cameras, not the phones. But that's an amazing shot because Hurts is not even touching him. He's just like deterring him. And Kayvon is like acting like it's the Great Wall of China and he can't get to number 0. It's amazing.
Like, I can't get around him. What can I do? I don't know. He's a quarterback. Grab him by his head and throw him across the field.
Throw him into number 0.
It is a.
How about that?
That's my other thing. It's a free fucking shot, and he can't. He's getting blocked by Jalen. It's a free shot. You, as a defensive player, you got a quarterback in the open field blocking. You're salivating.
The crazy thing is, you got
the general man.
You guys and I have both watched. All three of us have watched enough football that we know most guys in that situation, they would forget the ball carrier and just try to destroy the quarterback because it's like, oh, I have a chance to actually like make a highlight reel here and hear Boomer say boom, but he's sitting there going,
But
you see that happening to Michael Strahan at any time? Could you imagine?
Quarterbacks are so afraid of Michael Strahan, they just fall down. Not looking at you, Brett Favre.
Good one.
Touche. Those are two of my favorite players.
I gotta try to get
Mark Jackson. His record got broken illegally.
Allegedly.
Legally, but not the right way. So I'd like for somebody to get it the right way.
That's a good way to put it, T-Brad. It's a good way to put it.
Yeah, I would like
legally, but not the right way.
I like Strahan and all that, but to just, you know what I mean? It's like someone's got 99 points in a basketball game and someone just fouls somebody with 2 seconds left so they can tie Wilt Chamberlain's record. No, you got to go out there and get it.
Now let's see here.
Go out there and get that.
Who is Graham Gano was listed as questionable. Did
we bring up Young Ho?
Young Ho. No, because Graham Gano is kicking today.
Oh my! So we're not going. I'm not. 2 minutes.
Graham Gano.
We're gonna bring the old man back instead of giving the Asian guy a chance. Okay.
We're not gonna get into that. We had a long conversation.
I know we're not. That's why I just said that and moved on.
We're not gonna get into the Asian kicker. James,
we're not going to get into the Asian
conversation that we need to have with OGR Sports on the air. But is anyone overly or greatly concerned that neither Holland or Debo are playing? Because I don't really think they played much while, or even. Oh no, they were on the field before they got hurt.
I'm not gonna. We got a bad team. Bad teams do bad things. It's not the names on the back of the jerseys, unfortunately. With the Giants, it's the names on the helmets.
In European football, that would
you get those same people in other uniforms. They play great. I don't know what happened. Xavier McKinney, Daniel Jones.
Name one Giant. Oh, okay.
Evan Ingram.
You named 3 already. Okay, stop. We're not going to play this game because it's just going to make us all sad.
I'm sorry.
I mean, Kadarius Toney has a Super Bowl ring.
Tim, I have to ask you a question. I'm a big fan, as well as you, of the movie Celtic Pride. Are you
Yes.
ending the stream thinking your stream is the bad luck stream? And maybe if you don't have a draft stream, they'll draft correctly.
If I if
Instead of
I thought
playing.
if I thought it was listen, T, if I thought it was a bad luck stream, I would do this because I would be in the wrong seat. It's one of the greatest, one of the most underrated movies ever, Celtic Pride. If you don't know,
it was hilarious.
I was quoting Celtic Pride just the other day with James when we were talking about the Knicks at one point in time, because I looked at James and said, "I think Lewis passed you the ball." The Knicks are running because the new Mike Brown offense seems to be a combination of Golden State and the Popovich, San Antonio offense. So I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting to watch. James, what are we thinking today? What's your score prediction?
I got it. 28-17 Eagles flip from last time.
Flip from last time. So you're not taking the points. You're giving the points because on the Mighty FanDuel, we have to talk about the points.
Nah, honestly, I'll be serious. I'm thinking about putting a bet in on the Eagles because I sat here and said we were going to lose to the Saints. And so we have to understand. Thank you, brother. We have to understand that as men, when you get punched in the mouth and you get embarrassed and you get a chance 2 weeks later to punch that guy back, you're probably going to want to do that, especially when you're at home.
Right.
And even without AJ Brown, we're still, what did I say to you on the phone, brother? Raul Bodega, 8-point underdog.
Yeah.
Even without AJ Brown. So you're telling me if AJ Brown was there, we would be what, a 9-point underdog, 10-point? So
we were we were
8.5. 8.5 with him? Okay.
With AJ Brown. That was from the Mighty FanDuel, which we looked up on Monday. We were 8.5-point dogs. We're now 7.5-point dogs. So the line has shifted a point. So AJ Brown, who's not having probably one of his better seasons and is turning into a little bit of a malcontent. It's not a Rod Tidwell, but he is a malcontent. I'm not sure how much the Eagles are going to miss him with Dallas Goedert and Devontae Smith and Saquon. Everyone forgets that Saquon Barkley just 2 weeks ago had a 76-yard touchdown reception, I think it was, over the shoulder catch. I mean, it was. He can still catch. I know he couldn't catch the ball here. He couldn't catch a cold here, and he couldn't catch the ball here. But for some reason in Philadelphia, he can come up with some big catches.
I think in a weird way, he's going to be one of the most underappreciated backs at the end of his career. And that sounds weird to say, but just the guy had a phenomenal year last year. He's not going to come right back and repeat that, right away. That's kind of hard to do. But the team is still, what are they, 4-2, 5-2, whatever they are. And they're the defending champs. Obviously, there's going to be a little hangover. They're having the little wide receiver drama, but it's like, if he comes out today and runs for 150 yards on one of the worst run defenses, it'll be like, oh my God, Saquon Barkley is back. But he never really went anywhere.
Everyone, there's been conversations about Tiki Barber in the Hall of Fame. There's been conversations about it. And one of the things I said was a detriment to Tiki Barber was throughout his entire career, he only had 50-plus touchdowns. And Saquon Barkley's got 51 touchdowns receiving already. Rushing, another 15 receiving for, 65 touchdowns. I mean, 67 touchdowns. And I know, like I said, your entire career is not predicated on making the end zone, but also Saquon Barkley has 7,500 plus yards in 97 games. I mean, so if we're going to talk about Tiki Barber trying to make the Hall of Fame, you have to already consider Saquon Barkley a Hall of Famer if you're comparing the stats between the two, and Saquon Barkley's career is not even over yet.
And one has extremely less fumbles.
Yes.
Yeah, because remember, Tiki Barber was a fumbling motherfucker. He was a fumbling motherfucker, boy. He was fumbling off until he found out how to hold the ball like up here. He was a fumbling SOB. He had like great 15, 20-yard runs and be like, here, I don't want the ball at the end. Anybody who leaves their pregnant wife like that doesn't get my vote. There it is. I said it.
Yeah.
Bang! Shots fired.
Shot across the bow. Barber's not coming on. Way to go, T-Brown. I'm going to cross that off. Just because he left for a 21-year-old white intern. Not saying anything.
No, that was pretty bad. I just got to chime in on that because that was pretty bad.
That's just
that was bad.
Stuff. If you're gonna leave your wife, pull out. The hell.
And then I love it. You left her for an intern for the job you took to leave the Giants. He's shocked that it took Giant fans years, and I still haven't forgiven him for quitting on the team. But I do send him the Christmas card every year because of the fact that I don't think we win in 2007 with him on the team. But he literally left his wife for an intern at the job he took when he divorced the Giants.
Yep. And with all due respect, football-wise, when we drafted him out of the University of Virginia, I was extremely hyped because he ended up like at his best being what I thought he would be playing on the field. But he just, you know what Tiki Barber seems like? He seems like the kind of guy that goes to the manager's office when the workers are planning something like, yo, we're all going to call out on Friday. Tiki Barber's going to go tell. He's going to go tell. If you're coming back late from break, Tiki Barber's going to go tell. That's just the vibe I get from that guy. Like he's the snitch at the job.
Oh God!
That's the vibe I get from Tiki Barber.
Oh, that's a good one. The guy playing, you know, James was outside in the back playing around. He wasn't really unloading the truck.
I know James is on FMLA, but I've seen him taking groceries out his pickup truck. So I don't know if that's FMLA or not. Here's the vibe I get from the guy. I could be 100% wrong, but that's the vibe I get from the guy. Hey, yo, we were all supposed to come to practice. And I just want to tell you, Tim was late, and he did smell a little bit like alcohol when we were running late.
There's some smoke coming from his car during break.
I was going to say
the team got better when he left. That said a lot.
Isn't that funny?
Better when he left.
Isn't that funny?
Listen, at the end of the day, I've said it once, I've said it a million times. Tiki Barber is a wannabe Rondé Barber. Yes, Rondé.
You'll never be your brother.
You never be your brother with 47 interceptions and 8 touchdowns from that quarterback position. That's when a quarterback. And this guy, I loved, and like I said, I got to meet Rondé Barber a couple times when I was early in the 2000s when I was in Tampa. This is a guy that could tackle. People forget this about Rondé Barber from the cornerback position. Had 2 seasons of 100 tackles. He had 4 seasons, I think it was, of 90 plus tackles. He averaged from the corner position, he averaged 72 tackles, and the majority of the times they are solo tackles. He had seasons in a row, 81 solo, 19 assists, 84 solo, 15 assists, 83 solo, 16 assists. This is a guy that could play corner, prevent you. He was AP All-American, All-Pro, like I think 4 or 5 times. He should have been the defensive player of the year. I think I probably would have voted. I think he should have been defensive player of the year back. I'm going to say back in 2005 when he had 5 interceptions, 2 touchdowns, and 100 plus tackles, but he wasn't. But this is a guy that played the position well. He played corner right, and he shockingly, unlike what the Giants corners like to do, he stopped people from catching the ball.
What?
I know. I don't want to get involved in that, but if you get into the advanced stats, he stopped people from he would get interceptions and you wouldn't catch the ball. He just also was an up at the front corner who played the run extremely well. But that's
and he played the run. Oh my God.
Dude. Yeah. He's that dude. He should if you had to vote for one of the Barbers to make it to the Hall of Fame, it'd definitely be Rondé.
It'd be Rondé.
Yeah. And Rondé Barber, as much as I like him, he almost got me and my buddies into a real major fight. Rondé Barber. And I've never met the guy, but he almost got us into some major fights. We were in Philadelphia, and you will know what I'm talking about. Tim, we're at Jillian's, so you know exactly where I'm at. We're at Jillian's,
Yeah.
and the Eagles are playing Tampa Bay in the NFC Championship, and Rondé Barber breaks the back of the Philadelphia Eagles with the interception to the house to seal the game. I'm there. It's me and a bunch of my boys, and we just went to the Philadelphia Auto Show. And you were in Philly watching the game, and you know how passionate Eagle fans can be. And I've got a very
they're a little passionate, yes, slightly.
yeah, I have a very passionate Bucks fan with us. And boy, did it go in because the game goes off, and immediately they turn all the TVs off up in Jillian's, and they're like, "Nah, turn the game back on. We want to see the final. we want to see the conversation." Like, get out of here! Well, shut up. It was a ball. It was a great time had by all. And the Eagles lost. I loved it. I loved it. Thank you, Rondé Barber, for that great moment.
I was going to say Rondé Barber.
football.
Thank you so much for that thing. And actually, I think Julian's is closed now.
Yeah, Jillian's. I think Jillian's is now Dave and Buster's.
Yeah, I don't think Julian.
Or it's under another name.
I think it's under another name because the full name was Julian Soul Food. But I believe they closed that. I don't know how many years ago. Which was anyone that knows Julian's. It was, first of all, it was a place to get good. It was a place to get good food, but it was a great spot to go to after and during games. So another lost gem. But another flashback moment though. So Giants are beating the Eagles, says Phil 2 weeks ago. Giants beating the Eagles 2 weeks ago. Will what? I don't know. I don't know. I got nothing.
Giants beating. Let's finish the statement. We'll go with this. Giants beating the Eagles 2 weeks ago will
come back
get
to
the
bite us
Giants'
today.
ass kicked today.
Back.
We'll get the Giants' ass kicked today.
There we go.
I'm gonna finish that one for you, buddy.
I love this though. I love this, Coach D, and this is Coach Ward. So we ignore the fact that Jackson Dart is playing with wide receivers. He has. Remember when Jordan played with us and trash group of wide receivers have looked any worse? There's an old sport analogy. Leaders of men, quarterbacks, field generals, make the players around you better. So we wasted picks on Wando Robinson in my mind still. Kadarius Toney went out and got the smooth sounds of Kenny G. Went up, picked out Darren Waller. Went out and picked up Paris Campbell. Went up and picked up all these plethora of players and wide receivers. And James, did they make Daniel Jones any different? And all they costed us was draft capital and cap space. So
that's a negative. Ghostwriter.
Ghostwriter, the pattern's full. But so why don't we stop overlooking what he doesn't have and start looking at his talent? Because is it his lack of wide receivers that has him 2 for 14 on passes over 20 yards? No, it's his inability to put the ball in play by either underthrowing it or overthrowing it every single time. But we don't want to talk about these things, James. We want to talk about all the good. We want to talk about the fact that he has this aura about him. He just has, he just wants to. That's all. Just a little love me sexy here. Come on. We know who it is.
Come on, girl.
Jackson Moondart.
Jackie.
Come on. I mean, that's why the nickname James is so apropos, because you're right. He's tall, he's blonde, he's got the puka shells, he's got this aura, but we have talent issues, I think, or perception of talent issues. And you and I talked about this, and I talked about two people that worked in the NFL, one that still works in the NFL. They want to see him actually run an NFL offense because he's playing schoolyard football, which is why he's always ending up in the tent. It's like you're playing football on the street and you're the quarterback and you skin your knee every 15 minutes and you have a mom put a fucking Band-Aid on it. Run an NFL offense. He did nothing.
Yeah.
Aqib Talib, who people blasted him.
Oh, my man. Yeah.
He was honest that Jackson Dart did shit in the second half. And outside of the first two series, every game he's played. What has he done in the meat of the game? And I love it. We bashed Russell Wilson for throwing the interception in overtime against Dallas, but we forget Russell Wilson brought the team back twice for the lead in the fourth quarter. But all we can talk about is how great Jackson Dart was by bringing the team back, getting that score at the end of the game, James. He got that score. Okay, well, Russell Wilson did the same thing, threw for 400 plus yards and 3 touchdowns, and he's a fucking bum. Jackson Dart throws for 190, and he doesn't throw for any yards outside of the first 2 series. Then he's Love Me Sexy. Explain.
Well, to put it in perspective, because again, our cult leader is taking a sabbatical. He's going to go to Tibet after this season, as far as the Giants go.
I'm going to Crystal Palace.
Oh,
I don't know where that is, but that is a cool name for a team. That's like if I had a soccer team in London, mine would be the Fortress of Solitude.
Ooh, okay.
See, that's gonna be my Premier League team. I'm actually gonna. People don't know this. The real reason that I'm quitting, I have taken ownership in a Premier League team known as, we already heard it, Fortress of Solitude, Palace, AFC.
Nice. Nice, Kal-El. Nice.
Thank you. But go ahead. Explain this to me.
It's a hard thing to explain. Jackie Moon, and again, that's an affectionate name. We all love the movie Semi-Pro, but the Giants, we have become the Fighting Armadillos, which, if you know the movie Unnecessary Roughness, they were a college team that was really bad until a quarterback came and inspired them, and they managed to win, 2 games, I think, or tie 1 game and win 1.
Won 1 game. Paul Blake, the 34-year-old quarterback who was set to go to USC. The coach got him to dump USC and go to Penn State, and of course his father passed away, and he stayed on the farm.
And the only thing I'll say to our fans is, tell me a game, in any game, wins or losses, where the plays Jackson Dart was making was part of the plan or part of him running the offense, not him on a broken play or him scrambling around just finding a guy open. Because, and again, he's a rookie, so I'm not killing him, but facts are facts. You look at the Denver game, all of his touchdowns, to be honest, wasn't really earned. Theo Johnson was a tip ball. Daniel Bellinger was left wide open like a kid left in the supermarket by himself. And then the touchdown at the end where he rushed in, those are off 2 referee calls.
Hold on 1 second. Coach Ward, I love you, but
get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
If you want to be a Jackson Dart panty boy, you can be that. But if you can't handle the fact that we are talking about not criticism, but we're talking about what your quarterback is doing, fuck off. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm
we're not criticizing him.
I'm not done yet, James. Shut up. Not done.
Oh, I'm sorry, brother. Go ahead.
Don't interrupt me. I'm not done yet.
I saw Sai.
That's very racist. I mean, literally, I am tired of these panty waist assholes who are so fucking stupid and keyboard warriors that just want to sit there and be like, well, you're being negative because you don't like Jack. It's not that we don't like Jackson Dart, you fucking idiot. It's because of the fact that we are not going to sit there and kiss the ring of a quarterback who has 3-4 starts, that if you actually look at the game plan and look at what other NFL players and other NFL teams, other people are saying about him, you would have half a mindset to understand football. Go get Football for Dummies 101 because you fucking need it. I am tired of the panty waist boys. I'm tired of the keyboard warriors. I've said it once. I said it twice. I park at fucking F8. You got something to say to me. You want to talk to me. You want to bring me your knowledge of football knowledge. Don't be a panty boy. Come out and say hi. Fucking done with people. You don't have to go home, but you got to get the fucking hell out of here. So what's up, T? How are the oranges?
Oh, T-Man, it's back.
Slices.
I'm back.
This is just like youth football. Let's have some orange slices.
Yep. I am back. You guys leave Jackson Dart alone. And this is the thing with you guys were talking about with Jackson Dart and people thinking we're negative. It's because we've seen a flash in the pants before in Daniel Jones. And
Yeah.
Tommy DeVito.
Excuse what Daniel Jones is doing now. Congratulations to him. He hasn't played anybody yet, but congratulations to him. He's doing all right. Like this cast you see, these three people you see right here, we have for a long time been calling for the heads of the coaching staff and the general manager. We feel as though this hasn't been ran properly.
Yep.
So if it's not run properly, you can put whatever talent you want here because they definitely made Daniel Jones look worse than what he really is, but they've also made him look better than what he really is with the paycheck. But you were bringing up some really good stuff when you were talking about is what Jackson Dart done within the system of the offense, like 1, 2, 3, throw, read, or are they broken plays? And that's what I like about him, that he's able to improvise.
But wait, Billy, I got something to tell you. I got something to say. I'm going to put this dream in motion. Billy Ocean saying, I'm seeing, of course, that's not Billy Ocean. I cannot remember your name. I'm seeing a college offense, bad footwork, lack of arm strength, brings a lot of energy, but does not look sustainable. And honestly, I've talked to people that have worked in the NFL. I've talked to people who have played in the NFL. And I've talked to people outside New York bubble and say, what is your perspective? And honestly, a lot of people are saying the same thing here. College offense, bad footwork, lack of arm strength, a lot of energy, but it's not sustainable. And and we're not saying that he's not going to all of a sudden figure it out and be good. There's only 4 or 5 games into his NFL career, but 2 for 14 for passes 20 yards or more that travel in the air. And we've watched him underthrow a wide receiver where he ripped up his ACL. We watched him overthrow wide receivers on easy passes. Now, granted, it's Jalen Hyatt, so more than likely it's going to be a drop.
He wasn't going to catch it.
It wasn't going to catch. I know he wasn't going to catch it, but he could be like Featherstone. You could hit him in the hands. I don't care if he drops it, but at least let him drop it. We've watched him overthrow. We watched him underthrow. And I said the same thing. His throwing motion, and we're seeing more and more batted passes down. His throwing motion, it just scares the bejesus out of me. And I talk to James about it all the time. I'm trying to like the kid, but I see things from an outside perspective, and I'm saying, okay, yeah, he's winning games, but I remember when Tommy DeVito was winning games, and I kept saying to people, I don't see it. I see this elongated pitcher's motion, and I see bad things happening. And I'm not saying Jackson Dart's not going to be the starter for 10 years. I'm not saying he's not going to win 10 Super Bowls. I'm just saying we anoint people and it is New York. People forget Linsanity was about 16 games long.
Thank you.
But people talk about insanity like it was 5 years. It was about 16 games. And we anoint people these superheroes. And I love it because James will remember, during Linsanity, Carmelo Anthony was hurt, which is why he got the ball. Jeremy Lin got the ball so much. So as soon as Carmelo came back, Linsanity took a hit. And then people wanted to trade not smart Knick fans, but dumb Knick fans certainly wanted to trade Carmelo Anthony for Jeremy Lin.
I'm sorry.
To this day, I remember sitting in the garden talking to people like, well, we need to get rid of Melo. And I remember sitting in my seats going, are you a Giant fan? What the fuck are you talking about? Well, no, it wasn't, but Giants were still good back then. But literally, it just, okay, we just anoint people and overhype people so much. It just, I don't know.
Cam Scatterboo's better than Saquon Barkley now. Have you heard?
Did
He has more total yards than Barkley.
did Cam Scatterbo really put all his diamonds in his teeth? There was this
Did he
picture.
what?
There was this picture that looks like he decked out his grill in diamonds. His teeth.
Oh, he's Paul Wall now.
I mean, did he really do
prayed-
that? Because I was going to be like, if he really did that, somebody needs to do a CTE check now. And just get it over with.
Is that a real thing? I didn't know.
I pray to God it's not. I pray to God it's not.
Hold on.
That was AI. That was an AI photo you saw.
Okay, maybe that was AI.
Yeah, that was AI.
Yeah, all right, that's good. Okay. I was like, if someone said it to me, and I'm like, that's not fucking real. I said,
Yeah,
"That's
no.
not-" Okay, good. Because I was like, there needs to be a
Only white guys with grills are rappers or failed rappers.
I was gonna say failed rappers.
Not football. No, Paul Wall's successful.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well,
Yeah.
it's how you define success, though.
Mm-hmm.
Just throwing that out there.
Going from clocking in to getting residuals is success.
Guys, let me ask y'all two, my brothers, astute, a question, and this will put the Jackson Dart thing hopefully in perspective.
Fix my glasses for this one.
What kind of, when you hear people talk about Jackson Dart, right, and you hear the attributes and the adjectives and things they use to describe him, do you guys hear things like elite arm talent, can break down the defense?
No.
Amazing pocket presence? Or do you hear things like energy, uplifting, charismatic, inspiring,
The second
which is
part.
all fine.
The second
I
part.
heard
Swag,
I heard
aura.
swag and aura,
And-
confident.
You know, those things are nice if I'm talking about Elvira at the strip club, but talking about a quarterback,
Wait,
I don't.
Are we at the haunted
At Poppy Cup? Are we at Poppy
Well, it's
Cup?
Halloween. I'm pretty sure there's a stripper called Elvira out there somewhere, and I saw her on TV last night with Rachel. So sorry, she just popped in my head.
Okay,
The best strippers have names of cars or alcoholic beverages.
That's
Those
true.
are the best.
That's true.
My opinion, my experience.
That's true.
Or jewelry, some jewelry.
Or cities. Just throwing it out there. See you guys.
Oh, we're about to go on a tangent. I gotta stop. I almost said something.
No,
Be quiet, woman.
We're not talking
hey,
about strip
Lisa, Lisa. That guy is funny as hell. But now we have to go do the reconnaissance. We've got to go recon what we're talking about. Just so we're not putting out any bad information on this channel.
No false information. No false information.
Oh my God, that was good.
I love it. Or here we go again. Or Moxie, Aura, playing a script, playing a script
Playground QB
quarterback, and that's what I keep hearing about people that actually work and worked in the NFL, and they're not saying that he's not going to be successful, but they all say the same thing. He's playing playground football right now.
Mhm.
And that's fine, but you at sooner or later, like I said, I'm a smart defensive coordinator, and they have a pretty good smart defensive coordinator in Philadelphia. I am closing the pocket because he's not a running quarterback; he's a scrambling quarterback. I'm closing the pocket. I am going to contain. I'm not putting anyone in front of him. I'm not putting a spy because there's no need. His speed is not there. I'm not putting a spy. I am closing the sides of the pocket, and I am limiting his ability to get outside the pocket and make him throw within the confines of an NFL offense. And more, we're starting to see. We saw that in Denver, which is why he only completed 45% of his passes. While people talk about them not getting the sacks and not doing this, Denver limited him to 45% completion percentage because why? They kept him in the pocket, and when it broke down, that's when he made plays. So
He only threw for 45% the entire game.
That's it.
Yeah.
But what you're missing,
15 to 33.
What your guys are both missing is he looked good doing it. And unfortunately, with our fan base, because of how he's who he is as a person. I'm not going to run around from him because
How he's scripted.
no, he's an all white American guy. Because he's like that, we're less critical of the hard statistics of 45. Because when he went down, even though he got a pass interference to get down there and got that last touchdown, of course you got to feel.
First of all, I'm not even going to complain that it was I'm not going to say anything because it was the Giants. But can we just talk about how this pass interference penalties that are the league is just missing the boat on these? Because I look at some of these plays and I'm like, that one in Denver was probably one of the most perfectly. If you were a corner or you're a defensive back coach, you said this is what you want to do to defend your defender in the end zone, and then throw a flag. I mean, literally, can someone explain that to me?
On a game-changing play. Like, game-changing. Like,
but there was no way in hell that was a pass interference penalty. No way in hell.
You know what? It was almost like the football gods looked at those, because even the roughing the passer was a little like the guy scrambling around. He steps up into the pocket. I'm coming over as a defender. He throws it, and then I push him. That's roughing the passer. Like, I don't, it benefited us. We didn't take advantage of it because we're the Giants. But those two calls seem like the football gods are like, no, I'm going to give this game to Denver.
You're more into conspiracies than I am, but it's almost like the NFL said, we want the Giants to be good, because there was a lot of calls that the Giants got this year that they didn't get last year, that you're kind of like, if I was a betting man, I would be calling up Cash Patel and saying, hey, listen, the NBA scandal, we might have one here in the NFL.
Oh, please, NBA. Oh, my God. It's crazy.
I'm just saying, but to Oji's point, he says, if he continues to play this way next year, then I'll be more critical. It's not about being critical. It's about pointing out facts. No one's being hypercritical. And like I said, if you go back and you read, and we've done it ad nauseum, his scouting reports coming out of college, they all say the same thing. The only difference is now he is successful. So, and for a period of time, Daniel Jones was successful as well. And I'm just saying, there is going to be a moment when all this collapses. It was the same thing when I predicted the Tommy DeVito downfall, and even predicted what game it was going to be. You kind of knew when it was going to happen. And if you we've read his scouting reports. We've read actual scouting reports, and it's so weird how it changed before, James, we talked about before going into the draft, how it changed. How all of a sudden the things that were issues were no longer issues. And I love it, though. He had a smattering of off-target throws, has an issue with the deep fade. These are people from actual NFL scouts telling you this. And what have we seen these issues with Jackson Darts? Deeper throws tend to have a little too much air under them, or they tend to be short. His completion percentage rate falls as the game wears on, with an off-target rate of 15% in the fourth quarter. This was consistent over 3 years at Ole Miss, 61% completion rates, 12.4% off-target rate in the fourth quarter. It was especially notable at his 3 years at Ole Miss and 1 at USC. And of course, we talk about through 0 game-winning touchdowns in the Rebels for 3 seasons. This is a guy whose passes continuously go more off-target as the game goes on. Has bouts of locking onto one player, can't get away with that in the NFL. Struggles to make post-snap reads or locks onto players and passes up the easy throws to scramble. Sometimes it works for him, but he still completes passes. But at the pros, they are going to figure this out, which will lead to more incompletion, sacks, and interceptions. These were things that were said about him before. I mean, a week after the championship, the NCAA championship game. How does all that change? How has that gotten different? Would rather hit the escape hatch with his legs than stick in a muddy pocket does not consistently keep his eyes downfield on the move, frankly gives up on passing plays too soon once pressure arrives, and prefers to scramble and create. I didn't write this.
And another, to tackle on that point, another example I'm going to use away from Dart, so people don't think we're just trying to pile on Dart, because we're not. And OG's right. We're not really going to know anything about him until next year.
No,
then we'll get to see with neighbors, and hopefully Shane could put a better team around him. So OG, you're absolutely right, bro.
Right.
But I posted on my Twitter account, Black Quint, because there's a story I'm following called Shedeur Sanders in Cleveland, and that's just a personal thing of mine. But I put up the pre-draft, what they were talking about with Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders. And if you go back and read what it says, and then you watch how everything is unfolding now, it's almost like, wow, like Tim said, the words that people said before are starting to come true.
Yeah.
Because if you read about Dylan Gabriel pre-draft, it was he's short, he's undersized, may have trouble seeing or operating from an NFL pocket, arm strength not the greatest, is going to have to, he's very polished because you've been in college for 6 years.
Well, that
6 years, he's a super senior.
But that was also because of injury. He had that horrific injury at UCF.
I get that, but as being injured, you're still around the team.
Yeah.
You could still watch film. You could still, so he's gaining knowledge still, even being hurt.
I agree.
So you read those things about Gabriel, and then you read about Shedeur, and it's like Big 12 Offensive Player of the Year, All-American, great arm, ability to bring the team back, doesn't get from crazy under pressure. Likes to throw from the pocket, doesn't like to go out and scramble unless he has to. Okay. And you watch how Dylan Gabriel, and again, we're Giants fans here, so I'm not expecting y'all to know this, but if you looked at Dylan Gabriel, how he's played, he's kind of played how exactly the scouting report was on him pre-draft.
Yes. Yeah. Well, but then again, like with Jackson Dart, we have to give him, we have to give him the benefit of the doubt because he did throw for 190, 221, and 116 over the last 3 weeks, and he has 3 touchdowns and no interceptions. But to your point, he is a quarterback that is an undersized quarterback who cannot play in the standard shotgun. I mean, he has to be in the shotgun. He's got to be in a spread offense. He's got to play out of the shotgun. And I've watched a couple Cleveland games. So, I mean, because I love the YouTube thing on the NFL YouTube thing.
Yeah.
You can have 4 games up at once. So I got 3 70-inch TVs in the basement plus the drop down. So I'll have like every game on. And I'll just kind of sit in the middle of the basement in a swivel chair and just go around in circles. Yes, nice. I have no life.
No, I mean, that's nice. And Jackson Dart is leading all rookies in passing touchdowns as far as quarterbacks. Yeah. So he's doing his thing. Like he's doing his thing. He's a rookie. I'm not going to get mad at a baby because a baby spits up on me and ruins my shirt. That's what babies are supposed to do. I don't care about the mistakes.
For those that are saying the redraft, we need to redraft. And we're gonna go. Screw Cam Ward. He sucks. Cam Ward's on a really bad team in Tennessee.
He's in a horrible situation.
You think the Giants are bad? I watched the Patriot game, which he was okay. He was actually completed 70% of his passes for like 200 something and a touchdown. But I watched him against the Texans, which was a horrible game. I watched him against the Cardinals, he didn't have a great game. But he is a guy that, if you want to talk about the dearth of talent that some people think the Giants have, but we don't think that way. We think that the Giants have all the talent in the world. But Tennessee has just got awful. I mean, Tennessee, you literally have Cam Ward and others. So, but OG says, what's the difference between Jackson Dart and Bo Nix? Just asking. That is a great question because I think they're both very similar. I will tell you this. Bo Nix is a running quarterback. He's not a scrambling quarterback. He is a guy that if you let out of the pocket, he's going to get you those yards and he's not going to look downfield. Jackson Dart stays around the pocket, not in the pocket. He's a scrambling quarterback. I hate both of them, to be honest, because if you want me to be honest, because of the fact that I both think they're product of systems, one out of Oregon, one out of Ole Miss. And where did Dillon Gabriel come out of?
Duck country.
Last year. I'm just throwing that out there. I think they're both system guys. I think they both have limited arm strength. And I think Bo Nix may last longer only because of the fact that he is not going to run around in the pocket as much as Jackson Dart does. Bo Nix takes off, which was prevalent in that fourth quarter against the Giants.
And I got to say this real quick. Angry black man just popped into me real quick. It must be the it hat.
Uh-oh.
Jackson Dart and Bo Nix are playing with what people would call good to great offensive minds in Brian Daboll and Sean Payton, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who the fuck is coaching Cam Ward? Seriously, like when we start talking about how good people, Jackson Dart and Bo Nix have way better coaching than Cam Ward is getting. Well, even Stefanski with Gabriel.
Yeah. What's his name?
Yeah, what's his name?
Mike McCoy is the head coach. I know that, but I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, because no
relation to Colt.
You got to remember, he's the interim head coach. Because
exactly.
The other head coach got fired.
Yes, because he sucked.
So that's and I only know Mike McCoy's name because he took over when the other guy got fired.
So just keep things in perspective, kids, when you're looking at the world. Like, don't just look at the surface, look at what's behind. Jackson Dart has Brian Daboll, who won a Coach of the Year. Sean Payton is one of the greatest offensive coaches we've seen in my lifetime. And Cam Ward, the number one pick going into the worst situation, has Mike McCoy. Okay.
No relation to Colt.
No relation to Colt.
I don't think so. I'm taking a guess.
I know. I'm taking to find out.
I was actually gonna go Google that. No, he had 3 seasons. He was a quarterback coach in Jacksonville for 3 seasons when he was hired to be the senior offensive assistant. He's been in the league for 23 years. No, I don't see any relations. But once again, James, I got to tell you something. James and I are into bad movies or movies that are, and I talked about this briefly in the beginning, but I watched Primitive War yesterday.
Is it that bad?
Jeremy Pivens, we talked about this earlier in stream. Jeremy Pivens is in it, of course, PCU and Entourage. He's in it for like 8 minutes. And
my God.
I was talking about it early, James, that it's above at not most, but a portion of the movie, it's above Asylum Films. But then towards the end, it goes below Asylum Films. And there's points in the movie when you're watching the dinosaur, especially early on, you're like, okay, you get sucked in. You're like, they spent a lot of money, on these dinosaurs. They look good. They look good. And of course, it's all shot in the dark, and it's kind of, there's more of a implied horror at times. But then the movie, it's 2 hours and 7 minutes. Then the movie goes on. And you're like, okay, damn. You could see like 38 minutes in, the budget's wearing out.
Damn it. We're running out of money.
We're running out of money because you didn't see it because I was showing people on the stream. I was like, you saw this great, and then the end, the CGI was great. It was just Jurassic Park. And then all of a sudden, like I said, it fluctuates, but then it's so bad at one point, you're like, oh my God, it's a dinosaur, here it comes. And then it was almost like, rah.
Oh my God.
Literally what it's like. And you're
that
like,
looks like
it was just so good a minute ago. What the fuck? It's like, wait, we ran out of money. Quick, someone draw a dinosaur. And literally it's the same sound. It's that sound effect. It's not, because they had all these great sound effects. And like I said, it's just, the
trailer looks amazing.
Yeah. The trailer is the best 3 minutes of the film.
Damn, don't tell. I was going to make that one in the other room. Watch that.
No, don't. We
don't?
watched
at
1:00 in the morning. We were like,
Damn.
One point, Max is going, because it's Vietnam. So he goes, those weapons there are not indigenous to the time frame of Vietnam.
Max, you can drop in the knowledge. Right?
And I'm like,
Just
and I'm
so
looking at him like, you're not wrong.
Oh, damn it. Damn it.
You're like, oh shit, where do they get phasers? No, I'm just kidding. They didn't get that. But no, the M16s were more M4s at certain points in times. We're both like, this is not. They did not have a Vietnam consultant. So Tiffany,
My God,
she calls down and goes, "What are you doing?" And I said, "We're watching a movie." I said, "We're watching a history movie." I said, "It's about Vietnam, dinosaurs, and Russians." I don't want to ruin it for you, but the Russians are involved in this.
there's Russians in Vietnam. Right, stop.
And how the dinosaurs came there is like, I don't want to ruin it for you because I want you to watch it. It's just so out of left field that it's like your plots go in this way, then all your plot goes like this.
Damn it, I have to watch it now though. Damn it.
I told even Max was like, it's so bad it's good.
Oh, all right. I got it. All right.
Because we're both sitting there, it's like 1:30 in the morning, we're both sitting there like, I mean, but like some of the scenes were really good. But then you just looked at some of the, and then there's these scenes where they have the dinosaurs commingling with the elephants.
Excuse me?
Yes.
The pachyderms?
They're commingling with these elephants.
They're not eating the elephant. All right, stop. Yes, because I'm gonna watch it. Stop. Oh my God.
And I will tell you this: you're in trouble within the first 7 minutes when there is a giant ostrich killer dinosaur.
Hold on. Quick question: does a black guy die in the first 10 minutes? Like
Yes.
Jurassic Park?
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh my God. I was just effing around, y'all. I swear to God.
What? Unlike the giant quarterback situation, one black guy lives.
Ooh. Oh my God.
Just
damn it.
And then the ending is just so, I mean, it's, oh my God. I was literally watching the ending. I'm like, and then you're going through this movie and there's parts that you're like, did I miss a scene? Because none of this makes any sense.
That has to be bad because you and I watch a lot of bad shark movies.
A lot of bad shark movies.
Like bad one. I make her watch it like bad one. I'm talking avalanche sharks, land sharks, sand sharks.
The land shark. I love the land shark ones.
Like some of those are really bad.
Bruce Campbell from the fame of course, Burn Notice and he's Ash and the Evil Dead movies and one of my favorite actors. He did a movie in 2005 or 6 called Alien Apocalypse, and this was one of those sci-fi movies he did. And I remember watching that and it being so god awful, so terrible. This rivals Alien Apocalypse at points in times.
Damn. Is it Battlefield Earth with John Travolta bad?
Oh yeah,
that's pretty bad.
It's bad. It is bad, but it is worse than that.
Damn, are you serious?
Matt, I tell you, we are sitting there, we are watching this, and I'm just like, and him and I are both staring at each other like, and you're sucked in. So now you have to watch. Now you have to see
Now you have to see what happens to the dinosaurs in Vietnam.
And I love it because like I said, I'm telling the wife, I said, this is history, man, babe. We're watching history. We're watching dinosaurs, Vietnam, 1968 Vietnam, dinosaurs, and Russians. I think the
Russians in Vietnam?
Yes. You didn't know this? This is why you don't watch the History Channel enough. I didn't know it either. I didn't know there was Russians in the jungles of Vietnam.
Stop.
Next.
Stop it.
I don't know.
Stop it. Enemy of the Gates was not running around a jungle with dinosaurs. Stop it.
I don't know, man.
Damn, I have to watch that now.
And I was gonna. It was funny though because I told Tiffany I was gonna call you, and she's like, "It's 1:30 in the morning. You cannot call him and tell him about the movie."
You could have called me.
I told him that. Said he's up.
Yeah, you could have called me. I probably would have been like, "Yeah, let me try to find this and rent it." You throw this on.
Well, that's the worst part. I rented it for $9. So I told the kid, I said, "You're gonna watch it again because we have it for 48 hours because I need to get my $9 worth."
I would say no. It's part of your penance. You have to watch this while doing your homework.
While doing, Coach. What is Coach D? Coach D, what do you say, Tim? You can't quit doing Giant content. If you were wrong about Jackson Dart and Carter, we're going to troll you over them as Giant fans. Just get within one game of a playoff berth. You can troll me. But here's the problem, especially with the dual Carter. He's got a half a sack in 7 games.
I was gonna say I don't think we're off on that guy. Dart's still being evaluated, but the Carter thing is weird.
He pulled 2 weeks ago something that you never see. He pulled an 0-4. He played over 75% of the snaps.
Oh yeah.
Did not have a tackle. Did not have a sack. Did not have an assist. Did not have a pressure. Did not have a quarterback hit. Did not have a pass defense. He pulled an 0-4. His entire fucking line was zeros. I haven't seen that since Carolina Brian Burns.
And that guy wanted LT's number. Can you imagine?
LT's number.
Can you imagine, y'all?
Could you? Thank you. Maybe we should give him LT's number. Maybe he'll be better if we give him LT's number.
No. Could you imagine the rant LT would have if he gave that kid his number and that kid put up a donut? He's like, boy, I was out there on drugs doing better than you.
Yeah, maybe he needs to get not that I say this, but maybe he needs to get on drugs. We always talk about Jackie Moon Dart. You know, I love the line in the movie when he says, "Hey, do you remember those 30 rebounds I had in New Orleans?" And the guy looked at him and says, he goes, "Yeah." And he goes, "Well, I don't, because he was drunk. Maybe we got to get him drunk. Maybe we got to send a hooker to his room. Maybe we got to do something because he needs to get after the quarterback." And
I just want to see.
I know what's sad about. Here's the thing that bugs me about Abdul Carter.
That we took him top 5?
Well, yeah, that bugs me too. Took him top 3.
Sorry, top 3. Excuse me.
He's supposed to be this closing guy. This guy with the he's supposed to be a speed guy, right, James? From what I heard, he's supposed to be
speed. Yes,
he's supposed to be a guy that can close in on the quarterback. I can think of multiple quarterbacks that have just run away from him. Literally just ran away from him.
Well, I know the Rattler did.
Yeah, that's one that's really clear in my mind. Just saw him coming, ran the other way, outran him. I'm like, but I thought you were a speed guy. I don't know. The wife's home. Time to get out of here. It's I don't know what time it is. It's
11:52. Oh, you if you cut now, your shorts. He gave me the Shooter McGavin. I've gotten lazier and lazier. I'll tell you right now, Colt Leader, man.
This is Shooter's tour. We got to get to our WB's chat real quick. On a brighter note, the Knicks are off to a good start, especially looking forward to the Bucks game on Tuesday. What the problem is, we have Miami. we got Miami tonight at not tonight. I think it's at 6:00. And I don't know what the did we ever get an injury report? Because with 3 minutes left against the Celtics, he went down with it seemed to be.
No, I never checked.
The Knicks have a huge sigh of relief after OG Anunoby update. He came over with a left foot injury, forced in the Celtic game. Apparently, nothing of note. All right, good. But now we also still have to worry about if we're having the load management for Mitchell Robinson, which is what I like to refer to as the load of shit management, because it's still his ankle injury. And we got Josh Hart back, so we'll be we're good.
What are these guys doing in the off season?
I'm worried about Miami. I'm worried about Miami though.
No, you're worried about Miami, the city, and how that's going to affect them. That's what you're worried about. If they went out last night.
If they hit South Beach last night, yeah, I'm always concerned about that. But they did drop 146 against the Grizzlies. Miami did. Miami scored 146, 121, 125, 119 the last 4 games.
So they're due to come down then.
I'm hoping they're due to come down, but I'm not thinking that. Like I said, I still don't know how Miami scored 146 points. And again, it was against the Grizzlies. I get that. And Grizzlies are 1-1, but you got Wiggins, you got Bam, you got what's his name, Mitchell, and then you got those guys off the bench. What's his name, Djokovic, I think is over there. I can't remember the other kid, Simon something. So I have some concerns about Miami, but like I said, this Knicks flow offense, I like to refer to it as transitions. I'm calling it the transition 3 because I love it, man. I love the fact the way they facilitate the ball and they're finding the open guy for the 3. So and they're hitting about 38% of the threes, shooting about 40 something a game. But I love the way they transition.
Just like that, we're using the bench. That's all I got to say. Using the bench.
I love this. When Carter gives us an 0 for 10, please explain to Giant fans pressures are not a stat, just a comment made by the play-by-play guy. Technically, okay, pressures are not an NFL stat, not an official NFL stat. They are more of a made-up stat. I've said this before. This is more of to your point, it's more of a stat. Wow, Nick Mangold died?
What? That was random.
Former, someone just posted in the thing that former center.
That's what I meant.
What? That's when former center dies at 41. Kidney disease. Nick Mangold was another one of those guys he was on that offensive line that I think does not get the credit that they should get for the years because he played with the Brickashaw Ferguson and I can't remember the other guys. But he was a stalwart guy. I mean, like I said, he retired back in like 16, I think. All right, you know what? Yeah, okay. You know what? We're done.
I was gonna say. I was just about to tell you. You're getting close. That time. You're getting close.
1 minute 57 seconds. Go out and find Knicks Unleashed. Every place that podcasts are done. It's also I posted.
Look at the cult leaders. Like, I gotta get out of here.
I gotta get out of here. You know what? Everyone's awesome. I love everyone.